In today's episode, I want us to talk about the significance of fire in your life. Hello and welcome to Ideal Life Creative Concepts. It is about influencing mindset and inspiring greatness. I am Lady Glow, and thank you so much for always taking and staying with me on this particular YouTube channel where we get to know more about God, life, and the things happening around us. I must express my heartfelt gratitude to you for always subscribing, sharing, and liking this video. But if you have not yet subscribed, please do, so that anytime I upload a new video, you can be notified. In today's episode, I want us to talk about the significance of fire in your life. Fire is really key, it is significant, and it is essential. Fire is one of the most powerful elements in the universe, and that is why the most powerful personality in this universe is using fire, and that is God. God is using fire. Hebrews 12:29 says that for our God is a consuming fire. So God is fire. He uses fire to threaten Satan. He uses fire in his creation. That should tell you how important fire is to God. And if fire is important to God, then certainly it should be important to you. So let's look at some of the creations God has backed with fire. Let's take the sun for instance. You know that humanity solely depends on the sun during the day. And this sun is made up of extreme hot gases, and it is even termed as the big ball of fire. So it is the fire that is sponsoring the light the sun is bringing to humanity. Therefore, if you take fire out of the sun wouldn't be able to produce the light it is giving to humanity. So if human beings are dependent on the sun, that should tell you that human beings are dependent on God, because it is the foundation of the fire that is producing the light to humanity. It is the sun that gives you light during the day for you to make movements, actions, you see things clearly and all that. In like manner, when you take God away from the scene, it is impossible to move around during the day. You become blind, your whole world becomes dark and all that. So you certainly need the fire to give you light, and that is, you certainly need God to give you the light in your life. Now, coming to the earth. We live on the earth, but get to know that when you visit the core of the earth, it is full of fire. It is the hot fire under the core of the earth that is maintaining and keeping it alive. And so if you should take that fire away from the earth, I don't think it will still be in existence. That should tell you how important God is. The moment you take that fire off the earth will cease existing. In like manner, when you take God away from the earth will cease existing. There are so many things God has created that He is manifesting His power, His attributes, and His nature through. Because the Bible says that for the invisible things of God are clearly seen by the things that are made, even His eternal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse. So if you really want to know the attributes of God, the nature of God, and some personalities about God, study nature. Study the things which God has made, and fire is one of the things God has made. So if you study fire, you get to know some attributes of God. You get to know the nature of God and how God operates and how God works and all that. So we've taken a look at the sun, the earth, and now let's come to you. What do you use fire for? There's something more you can use fire for. I mean, not only using it, but becoming fire. Being on fire is activating the Spirit at work inside of you, and that is the Spirit of God. The Spirit of God is the fire that dwells inside of us. Anybody that is on fire is full of Spirit and is full of life. The reason why you should be on fire is because when you are on fire, you exude a certain energy, you exude a certain heat, you exude a certain light, and it consumes the things that are around you depending on the material. The moment you are on fire, you begin to affect people around you. You begin to affect the things that are around you. When people come to your life, you illuminate their life because the fire in you is producing a certain light, and that light is what is illuminating their life. So if people come into your life and you affect them positively, you shine in their life. They love you, you love them, you give them some motivation, some inspiration, you affect their life positively. then you are certainly on fire. And that is what we are talking about. That fire in you that people need. Get to know that God is fire and God is love. So if you are on fire, then you are automatically possessing the spirit of love. And who doesn't like to be loved? Everybody wants to be loved. And so when you carry the spirit of love, people get attracted to you and you are attracted to people. The reason why things are not working out for you for good is because one way or the other, there is no light, there is no fire inside of you. So your business seems to be collapsing, your marriage or your relationship is breaking up, like things are not really working out for you. You know why? You need to light up your fire. You need to come up and build up your fire. You charge the fire that is inside of you, and you can only charge it with prayer. You need to speak in tongues to charge up and build your spirit. The moment your spirit is on fire, there is an energy that you exude. Fire is what God uses to threaten Satan. And so if you're living life and you feel like you're getting an attack from the enemy, charge up the fire in you. It will certainly threaten Satan, and Satan will back off from your life, and you become so powerful, you become so authoritative, things will work out for your good, you will get revived, and the spirit of love will certainly manifest in your life. And so the significance of fire is really key in the life of each and every one. And I would want you to be on fire, because the moment you are on fire, darkness begins to flee. The moment you are on fire, people get attracted to you. You become so powerful. Satan gets threatened because of the fire in you. You illuminate a certain light that shines in the lives of people, and that affects your business. It affects your relationship. It affects everything around you. Being on fire makes you so powerful, and that is who God is. If the God you are worshiping is a consuming fire, and He is fire, then you should also be on fire. So you need to be on fire, because being on fire makes you so glorious. It makes you so powerful. It gives you a certain energy, and that energy becomes a motivation to people. You become a source, like people literally depend on you. Whenever you are on fire, you become the light of the world, because it is the fire that produces light, and it is light that gives life to men. And so if you are not on fire, you are like a dead person, even though you are alive, but your life becomes dull. It becomes blank. Life becomes dark. Things doesn't go on well with you. But if you want things to go on well, then charge up the light in you. Be on fire. Be on fire for the Lord. Activate the fire inside of you, and let the world have a feel of that burning desire, that enthusiasm, that passion, and that liveliness, that lively spirit that is at work in you. That is what the world is looking for, and that is what you literally need to rule your world, to become powerful, and for the people around you to be affected positively by you. Satan will back off, life will move on, and you will have a glorious and a beautiful life. So charge up the fire in you and let your light so shine among others. So thank you so much for joining me once again on today's episode. This has been Ideal Life Creative Concepts. It is about influencing mindset and inspiring greatness. I believe today's fire has really fired you up. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in my next episode. Until then, it's a bye for now.